So we are here in Adelaide, Australia. It's quite windy. Then I'll pull over because this wind like it's not so good. But we're looking in the cemetery here. It's Adelaide Cemetery. We're trying to find the grave, the burial site where the Tarmac, the specialised S-Works Tarmac, has been laid to rest. Because this edition is definitely not a Tarmac. It doesn't feel like a Tarmac. It just doesn't even know if it has. I don't think it even has the word Tarmac on this bike. Let's get into this bike. Let's do a deep dive. I've owned this bike a long time now. I put some power through it. Let's sit down and have a real chat. A real Aussie yarn. Fair dinkum copper, mate. Hopefully the wind's not too noisy. Just quickly. Remember these? Air Trainer SC2s. Boom. Alright, so why should you listen to me? Alright, I'm 46 years of age. Today's August 24th, 2023. We're here in Adelaide, South Australia. And one of the best, I would say, the best city in the world for cycling. Adelaide, Australia has produced more top-level Tour de France level cyclists than any city on the planet. Okay, so this is the perfect cycling environment in the world, I reckon. Year-round in terms of a city. A Western city, unbelievable. The air quality is amazing. The wind's very, very strong here. So we've got a lot of climbing. We don't have like any 2,000 metre passes or anything like that. We've got Mount Lofty with 700 metres, but just do a few reps of that. It's pretty good. But we've got epic roads. 200s here for a reason, okay? Everyone who comes to Adelaide loves riding here. So it's a fantastic place to ride a bike or test any road bike out, and mountain bike and gravel. This is like a lightweight gravel bike, by the way. So why would you listen to me? Is it because I've had over 400 million views on YouTube and counting? Nah, anyone can get views. Is it because I've had over 2.5 decades of road racing experience? I coach World Tour riders on weight loss and performance. I've never had a driver's license. I'm on the bike. If I want to get somewhere, I'm on the bike. To pick up these shoes today, or on the bike, all right? Body fat check, very low. I live and breathe cycling, okay? I'm not the fastest guy out there by any means. Am I faster than Alex Dowsett this week up a climb? Probably. Am I faster downhill than him? No. Just saying. So, so when I jump on a bike and ride the roads that I've been riding for the last 30-something years, like just then I pulled off South Road here. And South Road's a great one because I've been doing it since, I think the first time I rode down South Road, it's probably like 1995 or something like that. So I know how it feels in all the conditions, in the rain, in the hail, in the 45 degrees Celsius. I know all this stuff, okay? The environment. This bike sucks. Now, I'm grateful to be able to ride a bike. Don't get me wrong. Does it even say Tarmac on the bike? I can't even see where it says Tarmac. We'll have a look at that later on. But if you blindfolded me and put me on an SL1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rim brake, I could tell you what I'm riding. There's something about the Tarmac, the S-Works, especially the SL4, SL3 onwards, especially the SL4, something a little bit, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And even Natasha, she's like, oh, this doesn't feel like a Tarmac, And she knows what a Tarmac feels. You can blindfold her, So I know how these bikes should feel, and this is disappointing. This bike's disappointing. What's good about it? Let's talk about the pros. The tyres are fantastic. Specialized, I would say they are my favorite tyre company. As a brand, Specialized. And then second would be Continental, the GP4000. Love that tyre. But these, what are these tyres? S-Works tyres, they're bloody awesome. And I've been running S-Works tyres, Specialized tyres for 28 years, I think. I love the tyres. The saddles, I like that power saddle. It goes good with me. The group set, yes, Shimano works. But the handlebars, man. And the paint, I love the colour. I like that colour, man. I think it looks cool. This would be really, really, really rad if they did an SL8 rim brake bike. This would be a fucking good bike if it's SL8 rim brake. That'd be really, really cool to see what Specialized could do with rim brake tech today. That would be really amazing. But they don't want to do that, okay? Because the fat dentists in Miami who buy this bike don't want a performance bike. So I want to put a longer stem on this thing. It's got a 110 cockpit, and I can sort of get away with it. But I'm like, I'd like a 120, maybe a 125, maybe even a 135. I want to be able to play with my bike fit. Because I'm a performance-focused rider, But to do this on that bike, I've got to buy I've got to spend about $5,000 on handlebars if I want to really fine-tune my setup, okay? And I'm the sort of rider who I'll tweak this here, and I'll tweak that there, and I'll raise my seat 1 mil, and I'll, your body changes. You sit down all day, or you're on a long flight, and you're going to go ride the bike. It's humid weather. Your muscles are more supple or they're more tense. I make changes, all right? Every experienced rider makes little changes on their position, especially the handlebar. Maybe you're wrist sore, been shaking the shake weights too much or whatever. You can't do it on this bike, you know? You gotta redo all the freaking brakes. You gotta have mineral oil in your nostrils, and it's not a performance bike. A performance bike is a bike where you can modulate your fit to the millimeter, to the half degree. You can just be OCD anal about it, all right? Like your body fat, you can get super, just to the last little bit. This bike, no. I mean, you can get rid of those $900 bars, put some traditional race bars on there, you know. So, but the average punter out there who, you know, watches Alex Dowsett or GCN or Dave Arthur or Cam Nichols or all these channels, and no hate to any of these guys, all right? Most of them on YouTube because they saw me and they got on there and that's cool. But I feel disappointed that they're selling out to these brands. And these guys are experienced riders as well. They know what a good bike feels like, all right? But they don't want to miss out on the coin and the views and stuff like that. So they're going to shield this product. And I think it's a disappointment, all right? I think it's a real disappointment because these bikes don't ride as good. This is a lightweight gravel bike. It's not a real Tarmac, okay? If you know, you know. So as someone, some of you might call me the founder of YouTube cycling, because I was there to start with. I'd agree with that. But I'll never ever sell out, all right? I bought this bike, all right? Specialized didn't give me this bike. I wasn't given any deal from a local bike shop, understandably, because it was the latest product. I couldn't. I asked for a deal and I said, oh, we can't. Otherwise we would, Harley, but, you know, we can't because it's, you know, just there's only like 2 in the state and there's only 10 in Australia, so obviously it's going to get a premium price, fair enough. So I didn't get a deal, all right? I'm not paid to, I don't get kickbacks for promoting this bike or whatever, you know, so I can be totally honest with it. And that's just how I am with all my products. Even the brands I do represent and the brands that do sponsor me, I don't rate their I don't promote their disc brake bikes. Right? They're like, we'll send you no thanks, you know? Because I don't believe in road disc. This bike, I was riding in traffic, you know, I run a mirror. People are like, what do you run? I ride it very, very aggressively in traffic. I used to be a bike messenger, so I'm just busting through the lanes. I like to know what's on my shoulder, right? You know, I like to know what's on my shoulder, man. I know how much space I got. And so when I was riding the South Road before, the wind's just catching that front wheel and just buffeting me around. I was thinking, this bike's fucking just like, you got to really be paying attention here. And so I had to tone down my cycling because I couldn't go as reckless as I normally ride. Not reckless, I couldn't go as racy as I normally ride. I'm a safety guy because the bike's not predictable. When I'm on my Tarmac with a shallow section rim, that's a predictable bike. I can really just be at one with the bike. The bike feels an extension of my body. This thing, with all this extra side profile and the side meat, all this chunk, it catches the wind. So you just, you know, so you can't really ride recklessly safe through traffic or on the downhills. It just doesn't feel, in a calm condition it feels planted, but so does every freaking bike, all right? So this bike hasn't been designed properly. The wheels, you got more spokes on one side, less spokes on the other, so the balance is something just feels iffy there. It doesn't just feel, and the roads on road today were fantastic. You know, South Road's just an upgrade, it's super fast, super smooth, but this bike, you know, doesn't have that jump that you get on a rim brake Tarmac, all right, or a rim brake Super 6, or a Windspace SL8, or just any of these lightweight, pure race bikes, you know? So you can't get the dialed in performance and the fit here, so instantly, no, you can spout you can drink all the Specialized Kool-Aid, or the Cannondale Kool-Aid, or the bike industry Kool-Aid, and tell me, oh, but the wind tunnel, but. That's all fucking bullshit, man. If you can't adjust your bars on the day one to how you exactly want them, it's not a performance bike, all right? It's a fucking dentist, fat Miami poser bike, and that's okay. Fat dentist got to ride too, all right? You know? Simple as that. If you know, you know. So I can speak from experience. So I wish other YouTubers out there, I'm asking a lot here, but I wish other high-profile YouTubers out there would respect their audience and say, you know what? I don't like durianrider. I don't like Harley, but Harley's right. These bikes aren't so good. Get a fucking $1,000 Tarmac SL4, Restram Red, off that fat Miami dentist, all right? That's the reality, man. I ride all the bikes. I ride all the bikes, all the brands. I love Specialized product. I'm wearing Specialized shoes here, all right? These shoes are Specialized, man, okay? These shoes are Specialized. I'm not a Specialized hater, okay? Yes, they took down my Instagram account a few years ago. That's whatever. Yeah, it's corporate shit. But I'm a fan, and I wish that Specialized got back into making good cross-country bikes, and because their Epic's just a joke now, unfortunately. And I wish they got into, most importantly, the road bikes, man, because Specialized had the best road bikes for a long time. And now they're just crappy. They're just overpriced, pain in the ass to ride in terms of adjustments, and just not a fun bike to ride, man. And that's, you know, and that's really it's the first world problem. The cycling's a place where you minimalize your lifestyle. It's a place where you go to escape, where you can, if you've got problems in life, you can jump on your bike and things can just be better. But a bike like this, in my experience, no. Not compare this to an SL4 Tarmac or even an SL1. This is a problem bike. You know, this is like a high maintenance. It's like a, you know, that stripper hairdresser friend called Tracy is on Xanax and stuff. Yeah, it might be a fun for the weekend or to show your friends to, but gonna be more problems than it's worth, in my opinion. That's just the deal there. Yeah, honest review. Will I sell the bike? I will. You know, I'll sell the bike. How much will it devalue in a week? I don't know. It's done about, I don't know how many Ks on it, not that many, but there's no scratches on there yet, I don't think. It's a pigeon doing something. So I will sell the bike. It's something I wouldn't want to keep. The rotors, it's just the bike makes noises. The wheels kick. It's just, I'm into performance, man. I want to get on my bike and have a fucking awesome time. I don't want to be faffing around with fucking rubbing rotors on my road bike. That's the mountain bike, okay. The road bike, I just want to fucking get on there and let's fucking go. I want to be able to adjust my position on the fly or at the stop, you know, whatever. I want to just get on there and fucking go, all right? And I don't want to faff around, man, all right? Cycling is the escape, all right, from your daily problems, your challenges. Cycling's meant to simplify your life. These bikes do not simplify your life. This is, yeah. More videos coming. We'll thrash it out. Damn, you know, it should be like a simple shoe, mate. Just enhances your life. This doesn't complicate your life, man. Whoever's going to buy it, I'll tell them. I'll be honest with them. But that's just how it is. But again, people who buy this bike aren't buying it for performance reasons. They're buying it because on this bike, you get fucking clout, man. The amount of people who go, oh man, SL8, oh my God, that's the first one in Australia I've seen, bro. How is it? I'm like, it's shit. I'm like, you don't watch me, do you? Oh, well, who are you? So I don't answer that question. You know, it's like, it's just crazy, man. People who buy this bike, they're going to buy it purely for emotional reasons. This is not a performance bike. This is no way a performance bike. It's heavy. It's slow in the crosswinds. You can't adjust your position, fine tune it perfectly. Imagine going to a bike fit and the bike fit is like, oh, you fucking got these bars on there. What do they say? What do they say to you? Do they be honest and be rude to you? Or they say, yeah, no worries, mate. We'll another $5,000 we'll buy 5 sets of bars. We'll see how you go. You know, it's like, or just get a standard bar set up. Find your stem length, but the bars are different, bro. The reach and stuff, all right? If you know, you know. Oh, Specialized. What have you done to the Tarmac, man? Seriously. R.I.P. I should probably just bury this bike in this cemetery and make a tombstone for it. Maybe that's a better idea. This is crazy. I can't see where it says Tarmac. All right, let's have a look here. Handmade in Taiwan. That's handmade meaning the parts are probably. This is actually made in China. These are Chinese made. All right, so Tarmac, Fact 12 carbon design, California. Where's the Tarmac? The Tarmac here on the chain stay. Let's have a look. See. Don't crack that top tube. Don't swick around. Crack that top tube there. Well, this is Specialized Australia. All right, here we go. We've got ECI corruption sticker on there. Just can't see on the chainstay, a bit of heel rub. And, here we go. It's got to say Tarmac under here. Let's have a look. Oh. Peel me. Damn, it doesn't even, it's not a Tarmac. Really? Damn. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Isn't it amazing they can say made in Taiwan? This is actually made in China. It doesn't say Tarmac on here. That's really interesting. Wow, that's sort of like, okay. So maybe this isn't a Tarmac. That's what it does. Maybe it doesn't feel like a Tarmac because it's not one. Or maybe the person that Specialized who's like, no, I'm not going to put the Tarmac stick on this bike because it's definitely not a Tarmac. It doesn't ride like a Tarmac. So what do we call this bike? Specialized S-Works SL8 Dentist Edition. Damn, crazy, eh? Crazy. And so with all these spokes here, you can sort of see how, you know, it's just not balanced right. And then you have all the other spokes, you know, you have a lot more spokes here on your left side. So all that, you know, it just means that like the tension in here, just for me, it doesn't feel as good as rim brake, you know. It's got 2 cross here, 3 cross, sorry. and then the single cross at the back. So it's just, you know,